se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede.
All right, Marcus Ely here for Status Coup, and I'm here with Michael Weiss, and you are running for an internal Democratic Party position, third vice chair.
Yes, the Clark County Democratic Party third vice chair, which is the one that is the liaison to all the various clubs and caucuses of the Democratic Party, specifically in Clark County, and the election's tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, probably today when this runs at this point.
Yeah.
So we're here at this protest, and I want to talk about the election, but I want to, since we're here, I kind of want to center. Yeah, I want to center this.
I'm not here for the election. I'm here to get the concentration camps closed.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm really glad that you used that word, concentration camps, because that's something that I haven't said yet on camera. But I wanted to point out that the concentration camps in Nazi Germany started in 1933, but they didn't start killing people until 1941, 9 years later. So actually calling these concentration camps what we have here is the accurate term to the letter of the dictionary. So kind of speaking of the concentration camps that we have in fascist Trump's America, and the uprising, we have 750 of these events. I'll kind of turn the camera so y'all can see, and there's lots. We had a lot of them, a lot of folks here, and there's 750 of them across the nation. Can you talk about how you feel as an American with this kind of uprising we've had in resistance to this?
Well, I'm Jewish on my father's side, and from a very young age, the lessons of the Holocaust were drilled, into me. The whole, concept of never again. And I am seeing, we're seeing this, we've got photos and videos and testimonials and of horrendous conditions. Adults are dying, people are dying. And to me, like, the only thing that is, hasn't come yet is the ovens. I don't know everything that is happening here, everything that has since Trump has taken office. You look at parallels to the rise of Hitler, and the comparison is, similarities are uncanny.
And you know what's funny? 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, going on 4 years ago at this point, when folks were saying this, they were laughed off, they were crazy people, and now we have literal concentration camps. Honestly, I hate to be right.
And when Trump first got elected, I predicted, in my mind, like, all these horrible things, happening. And I'm seeing, that we're all seeing this, right before our eyes. And people are still in denial about what's happening. Like, there was somebody was holding a sign like, how many more children need to die before you believe, what's going on? And, what is so great here right now is so many people, here, community is coming together, and we're saying, no, these camps need to be closed. You are not going to, effectively execute, these innocent, men, women, and children, in these camps. We are not, these people here, are the embodiment, saying never again. We are not letting this happen in our country. And there have been, I think, there were 5 disruptors so far that, I saw. 2 of them were like waving their hats around.
Yeah, and it's 5 disruptors versus what, like 300 people?
300, people here. And that is the embodiment of the reality. These, these people that are in power, they represent a very small segment of the population. And if all of these people, in mass numbers in opposition, we show up at the ballot, we show up at the ballot box and vote these horrible people out of office, vote Trump out of office, we have an opportunity to take our country back. But I can't emphasize the importance. I mean, I don't like to be conspiratorial. This may be our last chance, 2020, to save our democracy. Otherwise,
honestly, that's not hyperbole, and anybody that says that that's hyperbole when you say that is delusional.
Exactly. So I'm just, I'm proud to see, this turnout. I'm proud, to see, our community, taking a stand against this. And, the action that we're taking here, and hopefully, this will all culminate in 2020. There are millions of lives that are at stake, not just those who have been taken into the concentration camps, because Hitler didn't stop there. and I would not put it past Trump to then. I mean, we got ICE raids going on.
Yeah.
Where are those people going to go eventually?
Yeah.
And trust me on this: Trump gets a mandate in 2020. Yeah, Trump gets reelected. He'll have a mandate. He'll do whatever crazy, ideas he wants.
It only gets worse from here. And then if they elect an establishment candidate, a lot of folks are saying that you'll just get something worse than Trump in reaction to that.
Well, I am, as you know, running for third vice chair, so of the Clark County Democratic Party, and so I have to remain neutral on that election for right now. But there are certain things that I want to see happen. In addition to closing the concentration camps here, I'm a huge supporter of Medicare for all. I'm a huge supporter of tuition-free college. Raising our wages. And all of that. So
Green New Deal as well.
Of course, the Green New Deal and infrastructure. Everything that a lot of the progressive candidates have been putting forth. And I will say this.
We'll just a little background for those of you that don't know. This is one of the main progressive leaders in the city, in the Clark County, in the area of Las Vegas. Like, it's just the truth. Like, if you go to an event of any kind, this man is on the ground. Period. End of story. He's here, and that's how you judge who your leaders are. You judge your leaders by who shows up, and it's a lot of folks here right now. I'm not going to say who ain't here, but we know who ain't here. And them same folks ain't never nowhere to be found. And we're not going to talk about that, but they know who I'm talking about. Yes, shots fired.
I will say, though, that we have an opportunity. And I think the whole notion of, running to just beat Trump, it's like, well, then what? Then what? And one thing that I've always
you get to make America America again. That's what Joe Biden says.
Don't respond to that.
He can't respond to that. He can't endorse anybody, but that's the idea. Is you get to make America America again. The same America that had these camps minus child separation during Obama with more deportations, and then the same camps with the same conditions again minus children during Bush, because I've talked to folks that were in the concentration camps in 2007 under Bush and said, no, that's the same stuff I was dealing with. The blankets that are made of tinfoil, and like the cages down to the nines. I've talked to folks, and we got an interview coming up, and they'll tell you that it's the same things that was going on. This is not new. It's ramped up and it's more aggressive, but it's not new. And if you bring back, and like what you were saying, if you bring back the same thing over and over again, the reaction's only going to be worse because you didn't get rid of the problem. All you did was get rid of the reaction because of it. It's like taking cough syrup when you got the flu. Like, yeah, sure, you stopped your cough, but the flu is still there.
And where I feel, as the potential, for the Democrats, especially on the progressive side, there has been a presentation effectively of an alternative. Like after we defeat Trump, then we do this, then we get everybody health care, then we get, everybody that wants to go to college goes to college. We cancel student debt. We save all of it. Environment. Exactly. Everything that has been put forth, by the progressives, progressive Democrats out there, we have the ability to do it. It's just a matter of, do we want to, what we want to spend our money on, effectively. Do we want to, spend it on, these concentration camps and, blowing up, every other country on the planet, or do we want to invest in our...
Did you just ask how we going to pay for the wars? How you gonna pay for that? The wars. How you gonna pay for that? They just gave another $733 billion today in that budget, but they did stop Trump from block Trump from going to war with Iran, which is a good thing. But at the same time, $733 billion budget, and we want to cry about how we're gonna pay for all these things, these progressive policies,
and the tax cuts for the wealthy 1%. Apparently, we could afford that just fine.
Yeah, you know.
So.
It's really frustrating. I think we're not on camera, but no. It's definitely it's really frustrating as a progressive or socialist or whatever you want to call yourself. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like the vigil's starting. So, anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
No, just if what you're seeing here, is what. if the whole concept of concentration camps disturbs you in any way, shape, or form, please come out to these events. Please, join one of these, organizations that's fighting back against fascism, effectively. And, we can defeat this. We can put an end to this. But we got to organize, and we got to show up at the ballot box, and we got to vote Trump and all of his apologists out.
All right. Thanks so much, Mike. I appreciate you.
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statusquo.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statusquo.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.